My name is Raya, and what I'm excited to learn about in this class is learn how to podcast and interview people.
I'm James Lane, and I'm really excited to learn about interviewing people and meeting a lot of new people that I've never met before.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The following interview was conducted with George Milton Wharton on behalf of the Children's Defense Fund Freedom Schools program.
Hosted by Southern Illinois University Edwardsville for middle and elementary age students from the Metro East region of St. Louis, Missouri.
To begin, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We want to thank you for agreeing to talk with us today and giving your oral history. We have several questions that we want to dialogue with you today. May we start?
Yes, you may.
Can you tell me about your early life and what it was like growing up in East St. Louis?
Living in East St. Louis, it was very much separate and very much unequal, but we didn't see it that way. No one had a whole lot, but we didn't consider ourselves poor because it was a loving, caring environment. Everybody looked out for each other. If I had something, you had it. People would borrow from each other. You needed an egg, a flour, or whatever. That's the way we went. In 1955, though, I would have been 9 years old. Emmett Till was lynched. And there's a magazine, I don't know if they still publish it, Jet magazine. It came out every week. And they published a photo of him before, a young, handsome African American, not much older than us. And then they published next to that his grotesque murder face, reflecting what they had done to abuse him. And that really hit home because it said, you may be young, but you're in this. This doesn't just concern older people. This concerns you also.
Were there any particular experiences, individuals in your early life that influenced your path as an educator?
I graduated in 1971. Sounds like a long time ago, don't it? It was a long time ago. And I graduated as the top female student at the high school. Top female student. There was one guy, his name was George Mitchell. He came to the school. He was working here at the university, and he came and he started recruiting children from East St. Louis to come to college because nobody else, if your parents didn't know to do that, and mine didn't, then you wouldn't go into college, you know.
How do you approach themes such as race, identity, and community in your writing?
I have a number of different approaches. I actually wrote a poem that I wanted to be used at my own funeral when I was a young man, a younger man. And it's called Carryover. And this was during the Black Lives Movement. Thinking about Jimmy Dixon, Clarence Nelson, and Darnell Sullivan, my buddies, three of my childhood buddies. I have been tattooed for life. A thought called East St. Louis is etched into each island of my brain. East St. Louis will rise from the muddy, gutty Mississippi. Will rise disguised as Africa.
We just interviewed Regina Medley. I think we did really good for our first time, and it was really interesting, especially her first story. I really wanted her to finish it, and I had one more question, but that's okay. But I really liked her background story. It was really fun.
Okay.
I think one interesting thing I learned was the challenge he faced during trying to become the mayor of Cokia. Have gunshots around his house or
release their dogs when he was trying to knock on their door and talk to them. Or it's even from just him being in his house and having to have police watch him, watch his house.
It was cool, you know what I'm saying? I'll do it again. How y'all think it was?
Good.
I loved it. It was really interesting.